All right, here we go. Let's get started with our little hips. So let's start off by actually lying on our back and bring a little block. And let's open up the front hips by bringing the block underneath our sacrum. And then go ahead and extend your legs long. All right, so you can take your arms and bring them to your side, or you could take your arms and bring them over your head. Creating that space through the hips, and then bringing to awareness the breath. So breathing in through the nose, holding the top of the breath, and then exhaling through the nose. Try a few more times. Inhale through the nose. Hold the top of the inhale. And then exhale through the nose. One more time like that. Inhale through the nose. Hold the top of the inhale. And then as you exhale through the nose, bring your right knee into the chest. So now you're going to get to open that left hip even more, right? Keep your right knee up and then make little circles with that right leg. Feel the hip. They probably have to be small circles because of being on the block. Good. Extend the right leg up and then bend it. And then extend it and bend. This next time, extend the right leg up and roll through the ankle. Roll in one direction and then roll in the opposite direction. Good. And then go ahead and bring the right leg all the way down. And then take the left leg up, bend that left knee, stretch the right leg long. Keep the left hand over that knee and make circles so that you move through that left hip. In one direction and then in the other direction. And then pull the knee all the way in and extend the leg up and bend it a few more times. Bend and extend. Good. The next time it extends, roll the ankle. And then roll it in the opposite direction. Good. Keep the leg up. And then bring the other leg up, right? So we're on blocks. You can also be on blankets if you want. Take your right leg and cross it over the left leg. And then take the right hand and press the right knee away from you. And now feel that the stretch moves more towards the outer hip. Right? So that outer right hip is getting a good stretch. Good. Extend the right leg and then bend the left leg and cross it over your thigh. Take the left hand and guide the left leg away. Good. Release both feet down. Take the block and move it off to the side. And then now open your hands wide. Pull the knees in and shift your legs to the right. Good. Create a little space through your low back, through your mid back, through your upper back. And then switch it. Pull the knees to the left. And then point your nose to the right. Good. And then we're going to shift right to left, left to right a few times. So let's use the breath with it. Take an exhale, roll to the left or to the right, I'm sorry. Take an inhale, roll to the opposite side. Again, inhale and exhale, right and left. Good. The next time your legs roll over, bring them back to center, inhale, and then sit up comfortably as you exhale. So now we're going to work the hips from a seated position. Look down and let's get that right ankle in front of the left. And then start to stir the pot. Lean forward and then lean back. And again, exhale forward. Inhale back. 2 more. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Reverse it. Exhale forward. Inhale back. A few more times. Exhale forward. Inhale back. One more. Exhale forward. Inhale back. When you exhale this time, reach forward and just relax. So reach forward as far as you can and relax. And since your right leg is in front of your left, you probably feel that right hip a little bit more than the left. So nice deep breaths here. This helps you release the hips, but it actually also helps you release the lower back. Nice deep breaths. Good. Go ahead and sit up tall and let's switch the position of the ankle. So we're going to let the left ankle come forward and then we're going to simply forward fold again. And you might notice a little more intent of a hip stretch with the left side. Good. Walk yourself back up to a nice open torso and let's bring the hands back so you wake up through the wrists a little bit. Feet flat, knees up, and then windshield wipe the knees from side to side. So right and then left. The next time your knees point up, inhale, and then find child's pose. So we'll cross the legs, bring the hands forward, settle back into child's pose. Maybe keep your elbows down, bring your palms together, thumbs to the back of the neck. Nice deep breaths. Feeling the stretch now, kind of in the armpit area and the rotators of the shoulder. And then go ahead and sit up in child's pose. So we're going to start off untucking the little feet, sitting on the heels so that we feel the stretch through the tops of the feet. Inhale, reach your right arm all the way up. Go ahead and make a fist and start to roll the wrist. And then if you want, snap the fingers and take the right ear and bring it towards the right shoulder so that you can stretch a little bit through that left shoulder. And if you want to, you can even kind of press on it a little bit and release it. Good. Release the grip of the head and just look over your right shoulder and feel the stretch in the back of the neck now. Good. And then pull the chin in. Left arm up, inhale. Left ear towards the left shoulder, exhale. And then if you want, you can palpate on the side of the right shoulder and the neck if you want to feel that release. Good. Release it, look over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. It's time to get started with our flow, right? So infusing hips in our flow today. Come into our tabletop position and then tuck the toes so you wake up the little feet and pull the knees in so that now you stack the knees under the hips. Stretch the left leg back and then bend the knee and open the hip this way. If you want, you can roll through the hip a few times. One way and then the other. And then the next time your leg comes up, inhale. And then as you exhale, neutralize the hips. So now you're pretty balanced. Reach your right arm forward and then bring your arm back. And if it feels okay and you're able to grip it, grab a hold of the ankle and work the chest up and the leg up. And then you'll feel not just a chest stretch, but the hip stretch again. Good. Release that grip if you have it. Step the left foot forward. And then I'm going to grab my little blocks so I can frame my foot with my blocks. I shift forward on the inhale. And then I shift back on the exhale. And then again, shift forward on the inhale. Shift back as you exhale. 3 more times. Shift forward, inhale. Shift back, exhale. Good. This time when you shift forward, inhale, and then walk your left foot more to the left. Drop your right knee so you get that right hip to open, and bring your left arm up and look up. So by dropping the right knee, we're actually inviting more of a little hip opening. Now watch what happens when we lift the right knee up. You get more into the back. So twist a little further. Good. Look down, inhale. Bring your hands down. Step back into tabletop as you exhale. Here it is again. Extending the right leg this time. You're welcome to roll the ankle if you want. Good. And then bend the knee. And if it's okay with you, left arm forward. And reach back. And if you're able to grab it, grab that little leg. And then work the leg up and the chest up. Good. Release it. And maybe open the hip here, and if you want to roll this hip a few times. Ooh, did you hear that pop? Good, so we inhale the leg up, step the right foot forward. Okay, and then let's bring that left knee up, and then I like using my blocks. Rocking forward on the inhale, rocking back as we exhale. Just 4 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then last time, inhale forward. And then as we exhale, walk your right foot to the right. Go for that little twist and bring your left knee down, just so that you get into that left hip a little. And then as we curl the toe under behind us and we lift the knee up, we get more into the spine. Look down, and as we inhale, bring your hands to the floor, frame that right foot, and this time when you step back, let's try to step back into down dog, right? So pedal out the legs, walk your little dog out, as they say, and then move your head like you're saying yes, and then move like the head like you're saying no. And try to bring evenness to the hand pressure, right? So think about your hands on the mat and try to have that evenness through all 10 fingertips. But then look back at your feet, because that really keeps your spine long. And then when you look at your feet, separate your feet so they're about hip distance apart. Take your inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Bend the knees, grab opposite elbows, and just hang and stretch. Good little stretch. Release the arms down, soften the knees, roll all the way up slowly. Shoulders up as we inhale. Shoulders down as we exhale. Bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Okay, inhale, reach all the way up. Flex the hips as you exhale, chair pose. Bring the arms back. Keep the hips low and take the arms up on the inhale. Fold over your legs, exhale. Walk your dog back out. So now we're back in down dog. Take your right leg and let's lift it up towards the ceiling. Can you bend the knee and work on opening the hip? And then look forward and try to step your right foot forward. Even if sometimes we have to like kind of help it up. Okay? Drop the back knee. Supported lunge. Take your arms up. Opening the head. Cactus the arms. Open the chest. Good. Take an inhale. Reach up. Frame the foot with your hands. Let's curl the back toe and this time pick up the back knee. We're going to try to see if we can take the arms back like wings. And then sweep them back up into crescent. This time your knee is up in crescent. So notice what's happening to your left hip. Good. Crescent pose for 3, 2, 1. Step forward, whether it's a couple of steps or one giant step. Inhale. Sink back into chair with the arms back. Exhale. Now, while you're here, look forward and see if you can try to come off your heels a little bit. Good. And then drop the heels. Swing the arms up in chair. Inhale. Down dog. Actually, forward fold. Exhale. Step back. Plank pose. Plank pose. Look forward. Inhale. Drop the knees. Lower to the belly. Exhale. Cobra pose. Inhale. Down dog pose, exhale. So now we do side B. Your feet come together if you're okay with it. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, try to open the top hip. And then step the left foot forward as best as you can. Supported lunge. So drop the knee in the back, untuck the foot, both arms come up. And then when both arms come up, sink your right hip into the pose here. So we open that stretch of the hip. Bend the elbows, open the chest. Frame the foot with both hands. Curl the back toe under and try to come off the knee. Now it's harder because now you involve the core. Come off the hands, little wings, and then sweep the arms all the way up. Crescent pose with your knee hovering up the mat. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Chair pose, right? So one big step or a couple little steps and we move into chair. Inhale, stay low and bring the arms back. Can you bring the heels up? And then drop the heels, sweep the arms up, inhale, chair. Stand up tall, hands to the heart, exhale. How are we doing? Okay, I'm getting sweat. Okay, so we're gonna flow now. We're gonna start involving the planks. So inhale, reach out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, prepare, place your palms down, look forward, step, back, plank pose. Look forward and plank. Inhale, lower towards the belly, exhale. Cobra pose, inhale. Down dog pose, exhale. Flowing in, right leg lifts, inhale. Step the right foot forward, yes. Crescent pose is the inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. So here's an open hip pose. Hold warrior 2. Keep guiding the right knee towards the pinky side of the foot. And then while you're here, left hand down, right arm up and back. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, cartwheel the hands, left arm forward, right arm back. This is called low warrior. Now the lower your hips drop, the more intent you're bringing, or the more awareness you bring to those little hips. Good. Left hand down, inhale. Lunge twist is here. Exhale. Take the right hand, bring it down. Take the right leg, step it back. Plank pose. Inhale, lower to the belly. Exhale. Cobra pose, inhale. Down dog pose, so we do the second side as we exhale. Here it is, feet together. Left leg up, inhale. Step the left foot forward. Arrive, crescent pose. Inhale. Warrior 2. Exhale. Hold warrior 2 for a little bit. Guide the knee towards the pinky side of the foot. And then reverse your warrior 2. Inhale. Low warrior is your next exhale. So you swivel the arms, you cartwheel the left arm back, the right arm forward. You're almost there. So inhale the right hand under the shoulder. Exhale the right heel up, the left arm up, lunge, twist. Look down, hand down, inhale. Plank pose to the belly, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Wide-legged child's pose, exhale. So it's child's pose, but we're going to try to go even a little lighter. So we go more into the hips. Rest and relax, and maybe, just maybe, if you have your blocks handy, place your elbows on the blocks so that not only are we getting into the hips here, we can release a little bit more of the chest and shoulders. So my elbows come on, my palms meet, and I soften the belly and the chest. And take a little regrouping here before we start our second flow. Two more breaths together. Okay. Inhale, move the blocks out. Exhale, find your down dog. Try to find a little more evenness in the down dog. Maybe even think about how your first down dog felt in this last hour. Maybe think about lifting your tail a little higher. Okay, lift the heels, look forward, step, take little steps, big steps, or one giant leap to the front of the mat. And then fold. Good, root and rise all the way up, inhale. And then bring your palms to your heart center, exhale. Okay, so second flow. Okay, we'll touch up on a little bit of the stuff that we did in the first flow. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold. Take your inhale, bend the knees, plant your palms, step or hop back, plank pose, and then lower all the way towards the belly, with or without your knees. Take your cobra pose on the inhale and transition into down dog as we exhale. Good, feet together. Here's the right leg as we lift it. Inhale. This time bend the knee and try to open the hip. And then step the right foot forward. It looks familiar to what we did before. Crescent pose, nice and steady. Take your inhale in crescent. Take your exhale in warrior two. And then take your inhale in your reverse, warrior two. But this time as you exhale, triangle pose. So stretch out the legs, stretch out the arms, right hand to the thigh or the leg or a block. Left arm up. Yes, open the chest a little more, bring the head back. Good. Root and rise, inhale, and simply turn the feet towards the back of the mat. Exhale. Now bend the left knee and guide it towards the pinky side of the foot. And so we get more into the hips, bring the left forearm on the thigh. And then bring the right arm over your ear. We're going to be here for like 6 breaths. So I want you to either really work on syncing with your arm as is, or see if you want to bring your arm closer towards the lower leg. So it becomes a pretty deep hip opener. There's days where I feel I can do that, and there's days where I feel like I don't do that. Beautiful. Come up tall. Inhale. Both heels in, both knees out. Sink into a goddess squat pose. So you look like a little goddess squat here. Good. Now stand up tall as you inhale. Squat into your little goddess as you exhale. Hug the glutes in a little bit. Feel that inner hip stretch. Back up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink in. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. This time as you exhale, lunge twist. Left hand down to the front of the mat. Right arm up, left heel up. Good. Walk your right foot to the right a little more. Now drop your left knee, stay in the twist. Okay? And take your top arm and reach it back. Reach it back, back, back. Now some of us might be able to pick up the back foot and grab the back foot. And then other times we can't do that. If you grab the foot, you're going to open the left hip even more and the left quad. into the left hip. Now look forward, release the foot, bring your hands or possibly your forearms on the floor, and then see if you can pick up the back knee off the mat. This is lizard lunge. My right toes are pointing out. My left knee is up. And if we're not that flexible today, we can still do it like this. Okay, we will take an inhale, and as we exhale, step back and move into your version of child's pose. Breathe and stretch. And you might even notice the difference in between the right side of the body and the left. Inhale, down dog. Let's try our side B. Feet together. Left leg up, inhale. Can you bend the knee? Open the hip as best as you can. Exhale. Step the left foot forward. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale into your version of crescent. Just to transition on the exhale to your version of warrior two. Relax the shoulders. Good. Reverse your warrior two inhale. And we've got triangles. So as we exhale, stretch out the legs and arms. Glide to the left inhale. Left hand down. Right arm up. Remember, your left hand can be on the thigh, on the leg, or even on the block. And your sides are different, so you don't have to do exactly what you do on the right, on the left. Root and rise. Inhale. We simply shift the feet to the back. Exhale. Bend the right knee. Bring the forearm to the right thigh. Inhale, left arm over your ear. Stretch it out. Sink into the hip and keep, I use my arm to kind of open my hip more because my hips want to stay a little tight, so I just encourage it. Good, come up. Let's go back to the goddess pose. So this is where we have the heels in, the toes out, and then see, I always do that. See how low we can go. Woo. And then if you want, take your hands to your calves or your ankles and see, try not to fall on your booty, but see how low you can go. Yes. This is a combination of opening hips and strengthening core. Okay, reach your arms forward like it's a beach ball. Okay, I'm gonna rock your world a little bit. Stay squatting with open hips. See if you can lift one heel up. Drop it. Other heel up. Drop it. Both heels up. And hold for 3. Hold 2. 1. Drop the heels. Stand up tall. Inhale. Below hips. Lunge twist to the front of the mat. Exhale. Did you feel it? Now drop the back knee, okay? Let your front foot do what it wants to do. It probably wants to open up a little. Let it open up. Reach back. And then you can always put a towel under your knee if you want, but see if you'd like to grab a hold of the foot. Yes, and that's the best way to do it. If you feel like, oh my gosh, my foot is too far, bring your butt back so that you can grab it. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, we forget, or I forget, because I can grab it, but I remember when I couldn't grab it, I had to bring my little booty up. Okay, lizard lunge. So release it. Keep this configuration of the legs and bring your hands or your forearms to the floor. And then you decide if you want the knee up or down. Just kind of play with how your body feels. Hip, hip, hooray today. Add a little bit of an inhale here. Bring your hands under the shoulders, okay? And then as we exhale, as best as you can, if you have to bring the knee down, bring it down. But come into your version of plank. Strong as can be, whole plank. Remember, my plank is with my knees up, but there's days where it is with my knees down. Look forward on the inhale. Take 5 counts to lower all the way to the floor. Slowly, 5, 4, 3, 2. There it is, relax. Open the left arm to the left, inhale. Bend the right knee. And as you exhale, roll to the left. Stretch it out. Back to the belly, inhale. Open the right arm to the right. And then roll to the right side of your body. Stretch it out. Back to the center, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. Okay, one more flow on each side. This one will have a little restoration with it. Okay, so before we do the next flow, bring your blocks with you, if you like. And come into a nice little squat at the back of the mat. So if your heels have to be up, that's okay. If your heels can be down, that's okay too. Just bring your blocks with you. And then I want to encourage my hips to open more. So I'm going to try to open my stance as much as I can. And I realize we're all different. So I want you to find your little groove and then have a long spine when you're ready. So my arms are inside of my legs, and my legs are trying to open up as much as I can. Don't do it yet, but watch what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to have your hands over your blocks, and I'm going to have you bring your feet together, and then you're going to open your knees wide, and you're going to rest the inside of the legs towards the upper arms. So it's going to create almost like a little opening. And then it's just a way for you to do crow, but usually we do crow with the knees up close to the armpits. And today, I'm going to have you do it with your knees wide. Remember, when I first started learning crow, this is all I could do, right? So then you can stay here. If you feel like it's scary because the blocks are high, you can take your blocks out and do it with your hands on the floor. And try to create almost like a little table, so that the inside of the knees is what's resting on the upper arms, instead of the knees going to the armpits. Okay, and if you want, one foot can try to come up, maybe the other foot, maybe no feet come up. Okay, and then come out of it, take your block, sit on your block, and take a little break. Roll the wrists. So that little crow thing, we'll do it one more time, because a lot of times when you do it once, you just don't get as much, it doesn't click into your brain as well. So we'll do it one more time. But it is great because it strengthens your shoulders, your neck, your chest, and your core, okay? And it does open your hips a little bit. Okay, so here it is again. Hands down, you're already kind of wide with the hips. You can bring your feet a little closer together. My hands, I like wider than the shoulders. And then my knees kind of go outside of my arms. And I'm just here, opening my hips. And then maybe looking forward and trying to come off my feet. It's a different type of crow. It's a little more hippie. And then you can sit back, take a break off your little wrists, take the backs of the hands, and roll it together. Okay, you're at the back of the mat. Stand all the way up. Inhale, shake it off. Okay, we're going to get into some of our little different hip stuff. Blocks under you. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward, fold, hands on the blocks, right leg lifts. The right toes point down, and I'm getting a huge stretch through the left, back of the left leg. Okay, so stay with your hands on your blocks and just work on that. Or try to bring your hands closer to your leg. Yes, and then make sure your right leg is active, right? So the right knee is straight, the right foot is flexed, because the more energy you put on that top leg, the more energy you're bringing into the bottom leg, so you can stretch it. Inhale, feet together. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, side feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Anchor the right foot. Hands on the block. Lift the left leg. You're going to see by doing this progressive work how much you're going to be able to get into your hips in a moment. Stretch it out. Keep your hands where they make you comfortable. Feet together, inhale, relax, exhale, root to rise, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Okay, so this next posture is opening the front of the leg and the hips different. So anchor to the left and bring the right knee really close to the left, but lift the right leg. So I'm going to show you a line. So lift the right leg like this. And then take your right hand and bring it right by you. Grab the inside of the foot. This is called dancer's pose. So I'm straight. I'm reaching maybe the left arm up. And then look slightly forward and start to bring the right leg back. And then you start to feel that hip opening. You look forward, you reach forward. Root, rise, that was good. Inhale, bring it down and shake it up. Second side. Anchor the right foot, knees together, bring the left leg up. And then maybe bring a hold of the left foot on the inside. Right arm up. And then a little hip mobility. So you look forward and start to bring that leg back. I always make my standing leg to a soft knee so I can balance better. And then play with it, see what you can do. And then come back, shake it off. Take your inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way and walk the dog back out. The right leg will lift on the inhale. Bend the knee like we've been doing on the exhale. Now look towards your thumbs. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and drop your left knee. Okay, keep that right leg up like that. And then I'm going to move my block because I left it right where it's supposed to go. Take my right foot behind me. Watch what's happening with the hips here. Full opening of the hips. And bring your right arm over your head. Inner hips opening. Then you look down and we go into pigeon for the outer hip opening. So right knee forward and release. Relax your jaw. Soften through. Taking some nice deep breaths. Keeping your eyes relaxed and closed. Okay, so we're going to upright the torso a little bit. We'll inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to land onto that right glute a little bit. Take the back leg and bring it in, bend it. Okay? And then you can lean back into your hands. Some of you can lean all the way back, but if you're leaning back, make sure your toenails from the left foot press down. Oh yeah, you can do it. So Maite, so now if you want to go even further, this is intense but good. You can put a block and rest your upper back on a block, and then put the other block tall and rest your head on the block. Then you end up doing this amazing quad stretch, foot stretch, hip stretch. Yes. Look at you, you're like Gumby. So yes, open the chest, close your eyes and relax. About another 3 to 5 breaths. Good, relax, come up slowly, because you were down there for close to 2 minutes, right? And then slowly come into down dog and pedal it out. So we can do the other side. So pedal it out first. Okay, so from here, it's the left leg that comes up and you bend that top knee. And then we stack the shoulders over the wrists. And I know this is not easy. So your knee can be down the whole time. And then what I did for this one is I recommended we all drop the knee and then kind of work the back or the top foot behind us. And then we kind of work the inside of that hip stretch. So much more than a hip stretch. It's a core strengthener and it's an arm strengthener. So, and then find your left pigeon stretch. So the left knee comes somewhere towards the front of the mat. And then the right leg can stretch back. Or if you have another type of pigeon you prefer to do, you can do that. And surrender. A few more breaths here. Good. You can start to upright your little torso and roll yourself onto the left side so that, again, keep your blocks handy and you can bring that back leg close to you so that all 5 toenails press down. Then you start to just initially doing that is intense enough to get that quad stretch. And then you can lean into your hands, your forearms, or all the way into the blocks. And then we keep in mind that the legs are slightly different. So we might not be able to do exactly the same thing on one side that we did on the other. Sometimes if you're right-sided, you might have a little bit more of a tension on the right side of the body, and then the shoulder is tight, and then it pulls on the hip, and so on and so forth. So just honoring wherever you are. And you're taking an hour to stretch and strengthen and take care of you. Breathing. Taking another 2 breaths or so here. Good. And then when you're ready, coming up and extending the legs in front so that you can recline on your back. And then if you're at home and you have a cushion, use a cushion. Or if you have a blanket or a towel, fold it up. We're going to put this little guy, and you can put your towel over it if you want because it gets dusty. And you're going to put your bum on this, right? So I'm going to show you what you're going to do. So you put your little bum on your bolster, your pillow, or your towel folded up, and the legs come up and the arms come up. And it's a nice lumbar support. And it's a wonderful way to hold a pose that is the opposite of how we spend our day. Listening to your breath. And then you can take your arms, rest them on your side. And if you'd like, bring the feet flat. And remember when we started class, we kind of started with a similar pose to this, right? We were elevating our glutes so that the hips created a nice space. So if this feels good to you with this soft pillow, they maintain it and bring your arms wide and relax. You're almost like doing a little starfish pose. And then if you're here with me, I'll come around with a little oil, aromatherapy oil, so you can Smell that. This is one of my favorites. Nice deep breaths. Relaxing, softening through. And then you can start to move your fingers and your toes a little bit. You can bring your feet in, slide yourself off the pillow, and then hug your knees into the chest. And then we can roll to the favorite side, come up to the comfortable seat when we're ready. We'll sit comfortably. We'll think about what it is we want to invite into our day today as a positive quality. Once you decide what that is, attach the words I am in front of it. And bring your palms close to your heart. And then say that phrase in your mind as you take your next inhale. And then as you exhale, release any discomforts. What no longer serves you goes away. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you online. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, runaway oil. Thank you so much.